Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the groups that I want to start collecting eventually in the future, but don't feel the need to do it right now just because it takes time and money and yeah. So these are in no particular order. I literally just wrote these down in a notes document on my computer last night. Yeah, I'm gonna just get into it. So one of the groups that I've been listening to since last summer when I got into K-pop was one of the first groups that I really started really listening to and thought was one of my favorite boy groups, and that was NCT 127. And I thought I would collect them, or I thought I was going to, but I just realized I wasn't really vibing with their music, if that makes sense. I was vibing with it, but also I wasn't. There were some songs that I vibed with and some songs that I just wasn't into, which I don't really remember at the top of my head which ones, but I think if I were to collect them in the future, I'd do it from the final round, which is Neozone, the final round, just because I liked Kick It, but I also liked Punch and also the other song. I'm gonna look. Nonstop. So I like Punch and Nonstop off of the final round repackage. And I think I would probably collect from there on. I don't have a specific member I would collect as of yet just because I'm not too familiar with who my bias would be right now in NCT 127. I had a whole list of who I thought my biases were, but then I realized that I don't really know NCT too well to actually find my bias, if that makes any sense. I think that makes kind of sense in my brain. So, the next group that I would collect if I could is Monsta X. So I only like a couple. I mean, not I don't like all of their other songs. I haven't heard a lot of their other songs, but I've heard some songs from Follow, their release before their American release, and then their American release. And so I was hearing some of the previews of Fantasia X, I think that's how you say it. There's so many people who say it so many different ways, but I was starting to really like it and thought it was really pretty, and I don't know, I don't know the members well enough to know who my bias is yet. I think I have an inkling, and I think that's Kihyun. Hey guys, Future Olivia here. I'm coming back after editing the video, and I fell down a Monster X hole, as one does. So you know how I said my bias is probably Kihyun? Yeah, he's the bias wrecker apparently. Shonu's the bias, and now I'm just kind of in a hole where I just want to watch Monster X music videos. So the bias now is Shonu, and the bias wrecker is Kihyun. So yeah, and I also did buy their album Follow and start the collection. I mean, who knows? I might not pull anybody that I want, but it's fine. I'll trade them off, but figured I'd insert that in here. So the next group that I've been considering collecting for a long time now, and that is Day 6. And I would only collect from the first Book of Us. I don't remember what the first one's called, but it'd be the Book of Us series. So those three albums. I started liking Day 6 because of Time of My Life or Time of Our Lives, and that song has a special place in my heart, and I really would like to collect it. I don't feel qualified to collect everything before that just because I don't know, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be too much, if that makes any sense. So I would do the Book of Us, Gravity, Demon, and Entropy. Yeah, so I think I would do the Book of Us trilogy or series. I don't know if the next album is going to be the Book of Us and then the other name. But I really do like all three of those albums. Zombie hits me in the feels, and I almost cried a couple of times listening to it. Also, I forgot to add for Day 6, I'd collect Jay, because Jay has always been my bias. I loved him. He's the meme lord. I go for meme lords, apparently. With biases, I love memes, and his Twitter. If you've seen his Twitter, you know. But I would collect Jay, and that's all I wanted to say. The next group is one that actually doesn't have like a physical album out right now, but you know, it was released recently that they are, and that's One We, and that's like the brother group to One Us. So I partially feel not obligated to like collect them, but I like their sound. Like I've watched their music videos for other songs that they had, and I've listened to them, and they have some really good sounding songs. Like they're like one of those bands like Day 6 who like I will like love, because I in my other self, like not like, you know, but like my other part of my music taste is I like the rock music and I like alternative rock music, and so I feel like One We and Day 6 basically like fit that sound for me. The next group is a group that I want to kind of start standing because of Road to Kingdom, and that is The Boys. The Boys have a very unique sound, and I've listened to a couple of their songs before, and I wasn't really feeling it, but now that I'm seeing them on Road to Kingdom, like, I think I need to, like, do a deep dive, and I might collect them. I don't really know if I want to collect them. I think I just want to start listening to them, if that makes any sense. The next group I've considered multiple times buying the album, and I just haven't, because I don't have a bias, and I don't want to do OT. I think it's 7 members, I'm not sure. But that is Super M, and I don't know if I feel qualified to collect them, if that makes sense, because I don't really listen to NCT all that often anymore. Like, I don't listen to SHINee, I don't listen to EXO, but I do like Super M, which is weird. Like, I don't know, like, Jopping is just so, like, so catchy, and, like, all the other songs on that album are really good, too, so maybe? I don't really know. I think I like them, so. So the next group is one that I've actually really considered collecting in the past. I've had a couple of their albums in my carts, and that is ATEEZ. And I would specifically collect Songhwa, because Songhwa, I watched a, like a ATEEZ, get to know ATEEZ video or whatever on YouTube. And Songhwa just sung out to me, not only just because of his voice and like who he is, but like he's just like the sweetest man alive. So, but I wouldn't collect, like, if the earlier releases like were hard to find, I would not collect those, like, because I don't want to like waste my time. Does that make sense? Because I'd rather find the time to find the rest of his stuff rather than look for the older stuff that's out of print and then I can't find anymore. The next group I've also considered collecting for like a really long time, but I just don't feel, again, qualified or like that I like should, but that is Red Velvet, and specifically I'd collect Joy. Now I know there's a lot of Joy collectors on this platform, especially like Chaebom. He loves Joy so much, and so do I. I found Joy in The Liar and His Lover, which is a K-drama that I was watching on Netflix, and I didn't realize that Joy was a member of a girl group for K-pop until after the fact, and I was like, I gotta start listening to Red Velvet, so I did, and then I started loving them. So I would collect them if they didn't have so much, if you know what I mean. So we're on my last 2 now, and that is, the second to last one is The Rose. But here's my dilemma with The Rose, guys. I really want to collect The Rose. I love their music. I love every single song that I've listened to. But I don't want to, like, give the company money, because that money won't go to The Rose. And I know they're having issues right now, and I do not want to support that. But I love The Rose's music so much. Like, beyond words so much. And they're like one of those bands like Day 6 and One We who just, like, grab my heart, and I just want to support them. And I feel weird listening to them on Spotify, because that's giving still the company more views and listens on Spotify. But I would collect everything, but I don't know when, because of the situation with the company, because I don't want to support that. I don't like that at all. They should be getting the money they deserve, and yeah. So the last group I actually added on here this morning because I was watching a YouTube video from a YouTuber called Lexi Marie. If you guys know her, she was like one of the first like K-pop people I started watching on YouTube. But she does like dance covers, and so she's doing this series with her brother, making her brother listen to K-pop, and this episode number 5 was Blackpink, and So I want to start collecting them. I've been listening to Blackpink since last summer, since I started becoming a K-pop stan, and I love them. Especially Jennie. Jennie's my bias, so I'd collect Jennie. And I know there's not a lot of stuff out because YG's a piece of shit, but not even a piece of shit. They just don't give their they don't give Blackpink a comeback. And I mean, if they're getting a comeback in June. Not gonna lie, but like I want more Blackpink. Like, I don't know what my favorite song is. I have so many different favorite songs, but I would definitely collect Jennie. She's my favorite. But I love all four girls. Like, they've got a place in my heart. I don't know, Lisa would probably be my second bias, just because I like the rappers, apparently, in girl groups and boy groups. But I would collect them just because they've also have a special spot in my heart for being like one of the first girl groups besides AOA that I've listened to. I don't think, like, they're like literally right smack dab in the middle of AOA and Dreamcatcher, where like they were like the second girl group that I listened to, but like they were like right before before Dreamcatcher. Okay, so that was the groups that I'd like to collect in the future, or at least start standing in the future. I mean, like, I listen to all of these groups, not gonna lie. Like, One Wee's song with Wasa, Q, good song. Just saying, good song. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling because you have places to be, I have places to be. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon with another video, probably. Yeah, thanks, bye.